outsiders could be viewing the commencement to a prophetically calamitous emission at Yellowstone supervolcano. UFO and alien seekers have seen an uptick in outsider movement around Yellowstone National Park, which is in actuality a dynamic super fountain of liquid magma. Outsider specialties have been checked flying over Yellowstone fountains, demonstrating that the supervolcano is being observed for a fast-approaching eruption. Alien volcanologists may know more than their human partners and may have officially discovered that the super well of lava is going to emit. There are bits of gossip that a surreptitious gathering connected to the Illuminati is additionally intending to set off a false banner-actuated emission at Yellowstone. An ejection at Yellowstone supervolcano is late, and when it happens it could demolish all life in North America and introduce another ice age. Researchers have left on a worldwide activity to screen supervolcanoes nearly for early cautioning signs. Inquisitor reports. New film transferred to YouTube purportedly indicates sparkling UFO spheres drifting, hovering, disregarding back and forth the Old Faithful geyser at the Yellowstone National Park. The most recent asserted uptick in UFO action over the Old Faithful geyser would shock no one. To UFO fans who have since a long time ago guaranteed that the area of the Yellowstone National Park close to the Old Faithful geyser is the site of a noteworthy underground outsider UFO base. Outsider seekers likewise guarantee that occasional upsurges in the recurrence of sightings of UFOs over the zone flag uplifted worries by outsider volcanologists occupying the asserted underground bases that expanded volcanic movement could prompt a noteworthy emission. The most recent perception of expanded UFO action over Yellowstone comes after media reports of developing feelings of dread among specialists that the Yellowstone supervolcano could emit at any minute and undermine the survival of the worldwide human populace. What's more, because of mounting worries about the danger of a prophetically catastrophic supervolcano emission, researchers have allegedly settled a worldwide system, the Deep Earth Carbon Degassing Decade activity, to screen supervolcanoes and plan humankind for a noteworthy pulverizing ejection that researchers say is just a short time. In any case, specialists are worried that if Yellowstone supervolcano were to emit, we would have, best case scenario, just a year's notice, which would be terribly inadequate time to plan for the subsequent disaster. In any case, researchers from everywhere throughout the world are associated with the decade activity to screen Yellowstone and other major debilitating supervolcanoes around the world. Experts have evaluated that there is a 5 to 10% shot of a super ejection happening before the finish of this century. We are conveying robotized checking stations at volcanoes around the globe to gauge the gases they produce, said Decade Group pioneer and University of New Mexico scientist Tobias Fisher. We measure carbon dioxide, sulfur dioxide, and water vapor, steam, the significant gases radiated by all volcanoes on the planet. In the hours prior to an ejection, we see predictable changes in the measure of carbon dioxide discharged in respect to sulfur dioxide. Watching out for the proportions all-inclusive by means of satellites and on-location checking causes us take in the antecedents of volcanic emissions. What's more, as human scientists begin the task to screen the world's supervolcanoes intently, outsiders and UFOs, as per intrigue scholars, are likewise venturing up observing action, in any event at the Yellowstone National Park. We may infer from the ongoing reports of sightings of baffling UFOs drifting and hovering around the geothermal regions at the Yellowstone National Park, that outsider volcanologists are as worried as their human partners that if Yellowstone supervolcano were to eject, we would have just a year's warning. But in light of the claim that outsiders have significantly further developed science and innovation than people, outsider seekers have estimated that it is conceivable outsiders are in control of mechanical answers for the inescapable risk. In any case, there is no accord among UFO seekers that outsiders would utilize their better innovation than encourage people. It is expected that they may just desert their asserted underground bases and fly out to space to keep away from a noteworthy ejection occasion. This isn't the first occasion when the outsider and UFO seekers have raised caution that secretive UFOs seen humming around the Yellowstone region could show that outsiders are checking the supervolcano for a conceivable emission. The Inquisitor revealed before in April that following the rise of film thought to indicate outsider UFO movement over the elk refuge close Yellowstone, UFO seekers raised caution that an uptick in UFO action over Yellowstone in Wyoming could imply that outsiders were getting ready for a noteworthy ejection of the fountain of liquid magma. Outsider seekers asserted that the charged UFO action was located in film transferred to YouTube on Thursday, April 28, by client Cat Martin 2016. In spite of the fact that the YouTube client never proposed or inferred that the recording demonstrates an outsider UFO, lovers guaranteed that light observed going before the live cam at the elk refuge amidst the night was, truth be told, an outsider UFO checking the fountain of liquid magma. As indicated by UFO Sightings Daily's Scott Searing, the light was an outsider UFO ramble conveyed to direct observation flights over Yellowstone to screen its movement following restored uptick of volcanic action. The talk-mongering and hypothesis about UFO movement as far as anyone knows connected with an approaching super emission occasion at Yellowstone just reflects general uneasiness about the danger of a cataclysmic ejection of the spring of gushing lava. In any case, the feelings of dread are by and large additionally exacerbated by other strange paranoid notions, for example, late claims that the Illuminati intrigue have brought forth a remarkably detestable arrangement to falsely incite a noteworthy ejection if the fountain of liquid magma neglects to emit normally at a delegated time. The Inquisitor detailed in April the feelings of trepidation of an arrangement to prompt an emission mounted after cases by some paranoid fear websites, including the Common Sense Show, that a furtive gathering, professedly connected to the Obama organization, was wanting to actuate a noteworthy ejection of the spring of gushing lava by directing fracking-style action in the region of the recreation center.